And we are back with the final round of Swiss, the 6th round of Swiss, today's mid-season showdown. And we'll be watching two players fight it out for a chance to make it into top cut. Both players are currently 3-2 going into round 6. A win, and they have a chance of getting in on resistance. A loss, and they are definitely out. Might not even get enough. Might not even be able to stay in the top 16 and get championship points for today's tournament.
Yeah,
so a lot on stake for this round.
And the two players are very famous. Level 51, Guan versus Wei Wen.
I think an interesting mix of teams as well. Wei Wen running what we are going to know as Big Six. The Kangaskhan, Smeargle, Groudon, Xerneas, Talonflame, and Salamence.
Youngster using a fairly recent team, I think archetype that came out about 1 month ago with the Gengar.
Yeah, running with the Gengar, Whimsicott, Sableye, Kyurem White.
The Gravity Trap and Sleep combo.
A lot of sleep for the matter. Sleep moves available on Gengar, Hypnosis of course. Could be going to 100% accuracy under gravity.
Oh, Whimsicott
Grass Whistle goes to 92%.
Still has a chance to miss, but relatively higher percentage.
It was wonderful.
Okay, well, it is the best out of 3, so we'll be seeing if...
Yes, the rolls will definitely go in Youngster's favour if they play more rounds. So, as we show here, Youngster's team is the Gengar, Whimsicott, Groudon, Sableye, Salamence, and Kyurem White.
And Wei Wen with the very standard Big 6, Kangaskhan, Smeargle, Xerneas, Groudon, Talonflame, and the Salamence.
Definitely a man's mirror here, though. Of course, Youngster could choose to go for the Mega Gengar instead. And depending on what Mega Gengar runs, well, the thing about this team is that the Mega Gengar not having as automatic a threat as other Mega Gengars do. As opposed to standard Mega Gengar running 3 attacks: Icy Wind, Sludge Bomb, Shadow Ball, which would definitely shut down the Salamence with Icy Wind.
And the Snowflake Emi is screaming for Youngster to bring in the Kyurem White because that is a Pokemon that we have not.
He will, of course, in this matchup because Kyurem White is the core of this team.
Do you want to? I mean, you are possibly maybe staying on Xerneas?
You definitely want to. There is nothing on Wei Wen's team that resists ice. Absolutely nothing. If gravity goes up, Kyurem comes in and starts firing off blizzards, Wei Wen is going to have a hard time.
I mean, yeah. So let's see if Youngster decides to use that strategy.
Okay, Youngster is going to need a lot of setup, whereas Wei Wen just needs one turn to set up. Goes for the Kangaskhan Smeargle lead. As you've seen in previous rounds, the Kangaskhan Smeargle lead, when the Smeargle is scarfed, can go a long way in shutting down the opponent.
But, well, no option for Fake Out here unless the Kangaskhan chooses not to Mega Evolve and is scrappy.
So Sableye, of course, can Fake Out.
But, I mean, Sableye usually are pretty hard pressed.
The problem here for Youngster is that, assuming that his Gengar is the Gengar that typically operates under gravity, he only has a Ghost move to attack with. And he's staring at 2 normal Pokemon.
So he can't really touch them either.
So I don't think he really wants to trap them in either, I suppose. I suppose Gengar wants to trap both of these Pokemon in and bring something else in, take them out.
Yeah, and I mean, he could fire off the Hypnosis as well. And he's not in any danger of being targeted down by the Kangaskhan.
He can get Gravity up, Hypnosis these two Pokemon to sleep, then bring in something else while they are sleeping.
And Wei Wen chooses to switch out his Kangaskhan not wanting to be trapped. Groudon switches in.
And we'll go Primal. But Kangaskhan was one to switch out, so... indication that Gengar didn't switch out.
Did Youngster leave the Smeargle alone?
Sableye stay in.
I would assume Sableye will stay in.
This could be a free gravity setup for Youngster here. As Gengar will go Mega, so definitely did not bring his Salamence. He's going with the Mega Gengar for this game.
Did Youngster not target the Smeargle at all?
Is it the Sarkaf Smeargle? Gengar will choose to protect here.
Gravity coming?
Sableye, or even a Taunt. He does get the Taunt off onto the Smeargle. And if Smeargle is scarfed, he is totally
dead weight.
In a bad position.
Yeah.
Though I do believe Wei Wen runs an interesting move on his Scarf Smeargle, so can still do something.
No, he's already locked himself into Dark Void.
No, he hasn't. He hasn't used the move yet.
Yes.
Has he?
Yes.
He does into the protect.
No.
He went after the taunt, so he hasn't moved yet.
Oh, okay. So he hasn't. Okay, got it.
Gravity will come off, and Hypnosis you expect is going on to the Groudon now. As Infestation comes out for the Smeargle, Smeargle's main way of doing damage.
And traps back the...
Yes.
Does it?
Yeah, it does trap. It doesn't operate like a typical trap. And Gengar will put Groudon to sleep.
So Sableye
and opening the door for a 100 base power hex next turn.
Yeah, that was a move that piqued my interest.
Sableye will lose 1/8 of his health to the Infestation. And Smeargle, you would think is going for the Gengar this time with Infestation.
Yeah, I mean, it is trap, he has nothing else to do. So
and Gengar, but again, all Gengar can do is hex the Groudon here. Whereas Sableye, unless Sableye carries an offensive move, which he typically doesn't in this team, Smeargle is going to just Infestation again.
Well, I say Youngster's odds are not bad. It does get free damage off the Groudon at least. Sableye, although being trapped in, we haven't seen the full extent of his moves. We just saw the Taunt, the Gravity, things that we expect.
Sableye will go for the feint into the Smeargle. Youngster
To break the Sash, maybe?
I think that's his only offensive move actually. And for some reason, we weren't going for the Sableye. As Hex will go into Groudon, doing 100 base power, we will do
The critical
and
hit.
gets the crit to bring it out in a single hit.
Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate on...
Yeah, Groudon not given a chance to wake up and potentially clear the field. So Youngster not really getting the setup.
He does. The Smeargle's Taunt
He's
does
still
well.
locked into Infestation. He is Scarf after all. So does Waven recognize though that the Gengar's primary attacking move is Hex? And Kangaskhan doesn't have that much to fear, but I suppose Kangaskhan can't do anything either.
Yeah, and it's very easy for just...
He does bring back Kangaskhan. Does he have Scrappy after all?
Yeah, he hasn't... Importantly, he hasn't Mega Evolved his Kangaskhan yet. He does have Scrappy. It is a way for him to break through the lock.
Sableye will taunt Smeargle again. I'm not sure if he has picked up that it is Scarf. As Infestation comes out once again, he has to have picked up that it's Scarf. I'm not sure what he's taunting. I suppose Sableye has nothing else to do.
And Gengar goes for Hypnosis as well. And the Kangaskhan did not Mega
I
Evolve,
think
so...
it is the Scrappy Kangaskhan.
Scrappy should be able to punch through either the Sableye or the... Oh, goes for the Power Punch in fact.
Gets the +1 attack, and now Kangaskhan not as dead, but even with the +1 attack, I do not think he can KO with the double edge. Oh, actually, Gengar being Gengar might be enough. 100 base attack.
He could
for
target down
Kangaskhan.
the weakened Sableye as well.
Actually, Kangaskhan is 105 base attack, isn't it?
Sableye does retreat,
Sableye finally recognizing how dead it is on the field.
and
And
Groudon
Groudon
comes
will come
in.
in.
Gravity, a lot of... How many turns has passed? 3?
Yes. One
So-
more turn, I believe.
I think Youngster wants to preserve his Sableye since he recognizes that this is going to be a drawn-out match, and he wants Sableye to reset the gravity again later.
And Hypnosis for here will go onto the Kangaskhan because Smeargle is already asleep. So Kangaskhan does choose to Mega Evolve, making it unable to hit Gengar, barring the Sucker Punch.
Does get a +1 attack earlier from the Power Punch, so...
But now unable to hit Gengar and well,
just go for
just go
Sucker
for
Punch,
Sucker Punch and
fails.
go into the Hypnosis. So
But Youngster brought in a fresh target for the Kangaskhan, I guess.
we weren't suspecting that Youngster carries another attack beyond the Hex, but I'm not sure that Youngster does. Or he would have
Sludge
used
Bomb,
it by
maybe?
now.
Sludge Bomb, maybe?
Don't you think he would have used it by now?
No, I mean, there's no incentive for Youngster. Youngster is just slowly controlling the match from here, locking down the Smeargle.
And Waven actually has forfeited.
What? That's a very fast forfeit though.
Well, I suppose Waven did recognize that because he went for Sucker Punch, he didn't burn a turn of sleep that turn, which meant that Groudon was free to fire off 2 Precipice Blades in a row. And his Smeargle was still locked into Infestation. So he was going to lose both Pokemon there, and there was no way he was going to make a comeback with what I suspect is a last Mon Xerneas. Well, now that Waven knows what he's up against, you would think he has to adjust.
The Scarf, Smeargle,
The
maybe
indication
not the way to
the indication definitely for him to adapt is he needs to recognize that the Gengar may not have an attack beyond the Hex.
So if Youngster chooses to lead with the same double ghost lead, his Kangaskhan does have the option to just punch his way through.
Yes, of course. No, again, Youngster could just go into Gravity Kyurem White mode.
Yeah, that is a mode that I want to see.
Just turn 1 Gravity Blizzard right off the bat.
Yeah, and maybe Waven, I think Scarf Smeargle is not really doing much. Can't really didn't really do much. It was taunted, and there was no way for the Kangaskhan to fake out the Sableye as well.
You would think that the Kangaskhan Smeargle mode would do better against the Gengar lockdown mode.
But with the Sableye, kind of turns things around a bit, I feel.
It's the Kangaskhan Xerneas coming out for Waven. So Waven trying to break through the lock with the boost. And Gengar Sableye will hit the field once again for Youngster.
Youngster, well, I think bit comfortable with his 1-game lead, decides to use the same lead as the previous game.
But now that we know he's scrappy, he can get the turn 1 fake out.
That is true, yeah.
So he can fake out the Gengar and get a free Geomancy.
Then why didn't he in the first?
Which will put him out of range, which will put him, most importantly, at a speed above Gengar. So no longer vulnerable to the automatic Hypnosis. So definitely, the momentum might be with Waven here now that he has revealed that he's scrappy and can fake out the Gengar. Since I don't think the Sableye is going to do anything of note. Since Sableye is clearly a support moveset.
Yes.
We've seen Taunt, we've seen Feint, we've seen the Gravity.
Yes.
Even if it's Will-O-Wisp, the Kangaskhan is not a priority here.
Yes.
Wei-Wen wants to boost the Xerneas and go from there. But he does not. Wei-Wen chooses to switch out the Kangaskhan again.
Really free, I mean...
And it just opens the door for a Hypnosis onto Xerneas.
Yes. But I don't know. This is the second time he's done it, and he does have Scrappy, so...
I think it's fair to recognize Wei-Wen seems to not want his Kangaskhan to be trapped. But at that point, he just had to take it. He had to take the fake out opportunity to give his Xerneas a chance to set up.
Oh.
Now he just falls into Yangtze's lock, and now he needs to depend on Xerneas waking up. And before he wakes up, he has to eat the 100 base power hacks without the Geomancy defenses boost.
Yeah, that... well, a Talonflame, Brave Bird here, maybe you should be able to KO the Gengar.
That's really one of the knocks against this team actually. If you get Xerneas to up a boost, Xerneas does not care about Kyurem, Xerneas does not care about Gengar. But Wei-Wen has apparently just ignored that condition.
And goes for Brave Bird, which is not enough to KO the Mega
I believe
Gengar.
the Gengar will EV to survive that specific attack.
Oh, Life Orb? Really?
Oh,
Sebai
yes.
goes for the Taunt on the Xerneas, denying even the Geomancy. And Gengar goes for the Slash Bomb.
To finish off the Talonflame. With the safe knowledge that even if Xerneas wakes up, if it Geomancy, it's a dead turn.
Yes. And he
wakes
woke up and
but
he
he
Geomancy.
Kangaskhan has to come in here to
Yeah.
finish off the Gengar with fake out.
And now that Yangtze has revealed that the Gengar has a Slash Bomb, and that's an attack that the Kangaskhan can easily sucker into.
But now we see, the thing is, on turn 1, like we pointed out, the decision had to be made on Wei-Wen's side. Yangtze could have 2 plays there. He could go for the Taunt onto Xerneas to deny Geomancy, or he could go for, as he did, Gravity Hypnosis. I think Wei-Wen tried to guess the Taunt and got punished for it.
Indeed. Well, a very good adaptation by Yangtze then.
Adaptation, yeah.
Alright then, well, it still does have the option of a Scrappy Fake Out here for Wei-Wen. Xerneas...
He cannot Mega Evolve his Kangaskhan, really. He cannot.
And I mean, Xerneas is awake, so if he does manage to fire off the Dazzling, he should be able to pick up 2 KOs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Unless,
Very easily.
Nah, there's no way to save life Sash. Sash is Mental Herb.
Yes. So what does he want to fake out? I guess the bigger threat will be the Gengar. Because Sableye, as you pointed out earlier, more of a supporting set. Can fake out and guarantee the kill on
And Gengar, he would just take out Gengar right out there. I suppose whether Dazzle Game is spread or not doesn't matter, he's gonna KO.
And
Gengar
Gengar
does protect from the fake out though. Sableye hoping to get something in before it goes down. Actually it reveals
but he
fake
fakes
out
out.
into the Sableye actually. Wei-Wen actually calling the protect on Gengar. And Dazzle Game will pick off the Sableye. And Yangtze at least will be forced to reveal one more Pokemon. I think Kyurem can sweep from here. I truly do think Kyurem can sweep from here.
I want to see that. I think...
No, Whimsicott comes in, and the sleep train continues.
Why Yangtze? Why didn't you bring the Kyurem White?
I think he does have Kyurem White, just waiting for the right opportunity to bring it in. Since he still does not want to stand on either Xerneas or Kangaskhan without them being asleep.
Well, I guess the Whimsicott's Grass Whistle can miss. Oh, but Whimsicott can encore the Kangaskhan into fake out.
Yes, he can.
And the Hypnosis onto Xerneas, that will be a guaranteed lockdown.
And he does Mega Evolve his Kangaskhan.
Why? Maybe he went for the Sucker Punch?
But Gengar has no incentive to attack this turn.
Yes, he does not.
As
Whimsicott
Grass
goes
Whistle
for
does
Grass Whistle.
land an awful sounding attack. Makes round sound like music to my ears.
Does land.
Actually puts Kangaskhan to sleep. So, but he already Mega Evolved, so it wasn't posing much of a threat anyway. Sashram onto the Xerneas. It's a damage roll, which he gets.
Oh, it's a critical hit.
So unfortunate for Wei-Wen, but even without a crit, it is still a damage roll on Xerneas.
And I mean, Yangtze could have just played safe, 100% Hypnosis onto the Xerneas,
Yes.
and the Hex on next turn should be able to guarantee a KO as well.
No.
No, it's not? Okay.
Damage can slash bomb.
Okay, boss, okay. Well, Groudon comes in on Wei-Wen's side.
Yeah, she does. Yangtze does not. This is Wei-Wen's Groudon, sorry. I thought Yangtze had brought in the Groudon.
Yeah, well, Wei-Wen not looking in a very good position. He's down to his last 2 Pokemon. I believe Gravity is still on the field.
He only has 1 out here. Groudon has to protect, and Kangaskhan has to wake up. Fine.
And Whimsicott goes for the Encore. Yeah, Kangaskhan is
Locked into
the
fake out.
And he wakes up and uses Fake Out. Oh, what a turn
As
of
Hypnosis
events.
goes into the Groudon. And Hex next turn. May pick up the KO.
Was it a crit?
Yes, it was a crit.
Well, now it's very easy for Yangtze to control the match from here. Gravity return to normal doesn't really matter.
And Kangaskhan locked into Fake Out and in its Mega form, unable to touch Gengar. Once Groudon goes down, Kanga is following.
Forced to Fake Out here, and Gengar goes for the Hex.
Actually, as it reveals, it's actually not enough to KO.
And
Groudon.
Whimsy shows the Moonblast, doubling into the Groudon, taking out of the game, leaving Guan with just a Kangaskhan.
Which is unable to hit Gengar.
It is but I mean, there's no incentive for Youngster to press the Slush Bomb.
Yeah, unable to hit. Any turn that Wayward is awake and not on court, he will just Hypnosis him.
That is true, that is true. Yeah, at this point, match forfeit, and Youngster closes out the game very convincingly controlling the two matches.
And gives himself a chance at getting into the top card for the mid-season showdown. But even if he does, isn't Youngster like unable to show up on Sundays? Well, I suppose we could get him to answer the question himself.
Yep.
As we will bring him over here for an interview. Definitely a very convincing show of. Well, we only got to see one of the team's modes, which was the Gengar Sableye lockdown. And it just worked to perfection because we won't had an out. We went head out staring him in the face.
Why did he evolve the Kangaskhan? Yeah. I don't know.
Why did he switch Kangaskhan out in the first place?
Yeah, I mean, he had the scrappy Fake Out.
He had the Fake Out Geomancy right there from turn 1. Could have been taunted, of course, but Youngster didn't taunt. The opportunity was there, it might have been his only out. As long as he didn't Mega Evolve Kangaskhan, Kangaskhan always had a chance against Gengar.
He could have just stopped the Hypnosis right from the. Doesn't matter if the Sableye got the gravity out, he would have guaranteed that Xerneas got the boost and would be able to outspeed Gengar. Importantly, to KO and break the lock. And
Destiny Green would just straight knock out Sableye and put a dent to Gengar. Gengar's forced to Hypnosis Xerneas, then the partner is free to attack.
Yeah, well, something that he didn't explore definitely was the Sableye, I feel. It was in
game 1 especially, Sableye was so dead. Youngster was just at one point just pressing random moves. He was taunting a Smeagol he was scarfed and locked to Infestation.
He was using
throwing
feint,
random things. Youngster was just killing time literally. No, not literally, my bad. But he was just pressing, he had nothing to do, he just did not switch it out. And Waven couldn't do anything about it. He was playing 1v2 and Waven could not exploit the 1v2.
A bit unfortunate as well, and we didn't see the QR point. If Youngster does get into top card, I hope to see it tomorrow. Hopefully, he shows up.
And Waven, I suppose it's really a lesson learned what this team can do. Again, this team is a new archetype, he might not have encountered it yet, since locally no one has really played it until today.
And I guess the lock itself is not only just very threatening, but it's just the combination of the lock and the 100% accuracy sleep, which I think threw Waven off.
He just didn't want to his Kangaskhan trapped in. And he could have recognized that as long as he doesn't Mega, he can be trapped in. Just Mega only has one attack to hit him with and that's Slash Bomb.
Well, either way, very convincing from Youngster, I say. Yeah, I really hope to see his team tomorrow.
Well, I suppose we'll bring him over for an interview. Right, and we return with the winner of the round 6 set, Guan Youngster, who moved on to a 4-2 record with a chance of making top cut. Though of course I'm not entirely sure he wants to make it because apparently he's unable to show up tomorrow. Alright, so congratulations on the win there. I think it's fair to say that, especially in Game 1, you kind of took advantage of a player who had no idea what was going on with the team that you brought.
Yeah, I mean, that's how that team works. It just takes advantage of people not knowing what's happening.
Yeah, even in Game 2, after he kind of knew what you were up to, he didn't really play to his outs, especially since he actually had a scrappy Kangaskhan, which could at least buy him a turn or two from your lock.
Yeah, it's quite funny because while I was preparing for the event, my matchup against Big Six, I thought it was good because no one runs scrappy Kangaskhan, right? And yet, every single Kangaskhan I fought today was scrappy.
Did it actually cost you games before today? Before this round, rather?
No, it didn't actually cost me rounds. I lost my rounds because I played badly, yeah.
Definitely a strong dual mode team, and I think that's been growing in popularity somewhat recently, although it's not every player is a fan of how it plays, because the whole gravity versus hypnosis. I suppose some players don't really like the fact that the team tends to throw around sleep moves even without gravity being up sometimes.
Yeah,
Do you ever fall into that situation?
Yeah, I mean, in my round 3 game, I tried to throw around hypnosis and grass whistle even after gravity expired, and I think if I had gotten this one hypnosis down, I would have had a chance to win, but I didn't, and I mean, you can't really blame hacks if you're using hypnosis.
So, but definitely an option there for the team.
Yeah, but I guess if you have to play to your outs, you have to play to your outs. So
definitely.
Yeah.
I think in Game 1 there was a point in time where your Sableye just didn't know what you wanted to do. It was just taunt this, taunt that, feign this. Do you not want to switch or what at that point?
Yeah, the idea is that Sableye will just get KO'd by pretty much everything.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure it's easy to be KO'd by Dazzling Gleam. So, yeah. So the idea was to avoid my Groudon and Whimsicott taking damage because Whimsicott Sash, I didn't want Sash to break. Groudon actually takes a lot more damage than you think it would.
Yes.
Because it's 4-0 Groudon. So I wanted to preserve its HP for later. So I had to rely on Waywon Dazzling Gleaming and KOing my Sableye, which it did, I think. I can't remember.
No, he did it actually all the way to the end. Sableye just stuck.
Well, I mean, it did somewhere, I think.
Sableye was KO'd in
Game 2, in Game 2.
Game 2?
In Game 2. In Game 1 it was 4-3, I think.
Game 1, yeah, it was 4-3 then he forfeited.
Yeah.
Because he realized he was locked down.
Yeah.
His Kangaskhan hadn't even taken a turn of sleep yet. So.
Yeah.
And you actually waited all the way until Game 2 to reveal Sludge Bomb. Was that planned?
No, it's just that I never had an opportunity to use Sludge Bomb in Game 1 because Hex hits Groudon harder than Sludge Bomb does.
Harder.
Yeah.
But you didn't really need to review at that point.
I didn't really need to review it because he didn't even bring Xerneas against me round 1. So there was no need to use Sludge Bomb. I guess.
Well, there was the Kangaskhan as well.
There was a Kangaskhan, but I never really attacked it because I was too busy focusing on other stuff that could actually damage Gengar, unlike a Mega Kangaskhan.
Especially after he Mega Evolved.
That's after he Mega Evolved, yeah.
Which was probably a mistake on his part, but I suppose it's automatic reaction really.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you're caught in a bind, sometimes your brain just doesn't do what it's supposed to.
And I suppose that's one of the strong factors of this team in particular, the way it plays.
Yeah, but then the player also has to play pretty well because I'm pretty sure I lost a couple rounds earlier from not knowing what I was supposed to do either.
Definitely, because especially when you lead Gengar and Sableye, basically you're basically telling the opponent you only have one offensive threat on the field. So you really have to manage who you want to hypnosis, who do you want to take down this turn, etc.
Yeah.
Sableye, like I said, Sableye just wants to die.
Yeah.
And if your smart player doesn't let it die, then you're kind of in a bind.
Yeah. Especially because like Gengar. Especially because Gengar doesn't actually have priority on hypnosis, which is kind of unfortunate. So if my opponent, I mean, it's very unfortunate, really. I wish they could have Prankster and Shadow Attack. That'd be pretty good. But yeah, if the opponent has Talonflame or has Kangaskhan or something, you have to play really carefully because you can just get Sucker Punched or Brave Bird and stuff, and it's not nice.
So you didn't actually EV your Gengar to survive Brave Bird?
I don't know if it was EV to survive Brave Bird because I just borrowed the team. I'm pretty sure it was. It was 4 HP 92 defense. So I think
that's
EV.
the Brave Bird count. So,
okay.
So that's definitely pulled you out in Game 2.
I guess it worked then.
Yeah. It definitely worked the way it did. So congrats on the 4-2 record. Whether or not you cut or not, I suppose it doesn't matter all that much to you right now.
With 4-2, I
guarantee a top 16 position.
I guarantee top 16, which also locks in my Worlds invite.
Yeah. Also congrats, Hunter.
Thanks.
So are you going to Worlds this year?
Yeah, probably if my school lets me.
That's always.
And if my school doesn't let me, I'll probably just go anyway.
I love that logic. I think that's what Yuxia did that year.
Yeah, that's what Yuxia did.
Alright, so congratulations, Hunter. Hope you do as well in Worlds. And
Thank you.
We still have more events this year. to give you a chance actually of locking a paid invite as well. So
I don't think I'll do that. With the 4 national thing, I think the paid invite is at like 1000 CP. So
Well,
that's quite.
you could still win nationals though.
Yeah, but then I have like 800, which is probably around 18th place.
Because you didn't actually meet your BFL for regionals, I think.
No, I didn't. You
only attended regional and this. So
I
it's two.
entered regional at this, and I'm probably not going to go for the next regional because my schoolwork will be ramping up around then.
That's true. All right. So but you never know. 600 points, right, from winning.
Yeah, 600.
national?
It could happen,
It could happen.
or it could not.
Or it could not. All right.
Yeah.
So we'll see how things go. Until then, we'll be back with the top cut tomorrow on Sunday, which will be streamed live. But suppose this is pre-recorded. This is not in any way because of our future news. So congratulations, youngster, once again, and we'll be back with the top cut tomorrow.
Yep.